The Buffalo Bisons return to Salem Field this week after a week away from downtown Buffalo. Let's take a look back with this road trip recap presented by Student Transportation of America. The Buffalo Bisons and Rochester Red Wings traded wins and losses over the first 4 games of their series at Innovative Field last week. It will be Rochester opening up with the series victory on Tuesday night, 7-5 over Buffalo, despite the Bisons scoring 3 times in the top of the 4th inning. One of Spencer Horwitz's 2 hits on the day drove in a pair of runs and gave the Bisons a 3-1 lead at the time. However, Rochester would score the next 5 runs to overtake the Bisons and eventually win the game 7-5. Both teams with 11 hits in the contest. Brian Servin had 3 hits for Buffalo, getting the start behind the plate, added an RBI as well. It also marked the Major League Injury Rehab appearance for Bowden Francis, the first of 2. He went 2 innings, striking out 4, including striking out each of the last 4 batters he faced, just allowed 1 base hit in his 2 innings of work. On Wednesday, the Bisons bats would go to work, pounding out 14 total hits, nearly half of them coming from Nathan Lucas. The Bison veteran outfielder led the way from the opening inning on with a 6-for-6 day at the plate, the 4th Bison in the modern era to have a 6-hit game, the second to do it against Rochester since Justin Turner in 2010. And for Lucas, it's the 2nd straight year a Bison batter has a 6-hit game, joining L.J. Talley last year in April. Lucas led the way with a 2-run home run in the top of the 1st. Buffalo would score 3 times in the opening inning, and then with a 3-1 lead in the 4th, score 8 more times with only 4 base hits. Thanks to 3 bases-loaded walks, that allowed Buffalo to balloon the lead out to 11-1. Also, Leo Jimenez had a big hit in the inning. He came to the plate twice, walked and scored once, and cashed in a 2-run base hit as well to help cap the scoring for Buffalo in that big 8-run 4th. The Bisons were well on their way to that 14-3 victory, with Chad Dallas on the hill, picking up his 2nd straight win. 5 1/3 innings for the young right-hander, who gave up just 3 runs, scattering 5 hits, struck out 5 along the way as well. The next day of the series would see Rochester bounce back with a victory, despite the offense right at the top of the order from Lucas and Horwitz. Horwitz reaching base twice, while Lucas reached 3 times, including adding an RBI as well. He would just add to his total for the week. It would result in a 6-2 Rochester victory over Buffalo. Then the teams were rained out on Friday night and would play a doubleheader on Saturday. The teams would split the twin bill. First, Buffalo coming away with the 4-2 win in the opener of the double dip when Andrew Bash went 3 2/3 innings in the start. Bowden Francis' 2nd appearance on Major League Rehab resulted in his first victory at AAA this season, going 2 1/3 innings, giving up again just 1 hit with a strikeout. But the Bisons pitching staff very good in the doubleheader despite the split. For Bash the start, he had 4 strikeouts. Hagen Danner notching his 3rd save of the season as well to join Connor Cook and Zach Pop with 3 saves to lead the team. And once again, it was Horwitz and Lucas right at the top of the order coming through for the Bisons. After Buffalo fell behind 2-0 in the 1st, they would score twice in the 2nd. Leo Jimenez with 2 more RBIs on a base hit to right center field. And then Buffalo would tack on what was the go-ahead run on a Brian Servin base hit in the 3rd, scoring Lucas. Horwitz, with the first triple of the year for Buffalo in the top of the 5th, would score 1 batter later when Lucas cashed him in with a double as well. It resulted in a Bisons 4-2 victory in the opening end of the twin bill. Then in the nightcap, Paulo Espino pitched very well, 5 1/3 innings, but did give up 2 runs in a Red Wing 2-1 victory over Buffalo. The Bisons did have some late offense. Addison Barger clubbing his 5th home run of the season in the top of the 7th. That brought Buffalo within a run, but Rico Garcia would be able to close it out for the Red Wings, taking their 3rd game of the series. They would finish things out with a series victory as well, despite the Bisons, after falling behind 3-0 in the 3rd, would cash in runs in the 5th and the 6th. Horwitz and Rafael Antigua coming through in that 5th inning to bring Buffalo within a run. And then it would be Will Robertson with his 2nd hit in as many innings. An RBI base hit would tie the game at 3. And then it took extra innings to settle the score. Buffalo was the first to get on the scoreboard in the 11th, thanks to a sacrifice fly off the bat of Cam Eden, giving Buffalo a 4-3 lead. However, the Red Wings would cash in 2 and walk off winners to finish out the series against Buffalo. The Bisons return home for one of their biggest series of the season, welcoming in the St. Paul Saints first on Tuesday night, followed by a Wednesday day game, and then Thursday the annual Kids Day celebration at Salem Field for an 11:05 first pitch. A Honda Friday Night Bash coming up on Friday night as well for Friendship Bracelet Night, and then one of the biggest nights of the season. The 15th annual Star Wars Night, presented by Alfred State College, comes your way Saturday at 6:05. Sunday afternoon is the first of 3 Luces de Buffalo games for the Bisons as they celebrate their Latin American heritage, not only in professional baseball, but in the Western New York community. That comes your way as part of the Copa de la Diversión program Sunday afternoon at 1:05 as well. It's a jam-packed week at Salem Field, and we hope to see you at the downtown ballpark very soon. For this road trip recap presented by Student Transportation of America, I'm Pat Malacaro.